Paige. I'm the sales representative for Jackson Magazine. And we have been recognizing professionals in the healthcare industry for 11 years. I actually thought about that. I was like, wow, I think I was like in my 20s at that point. Oh my goodness, that's great. So before we begin the presentation, I would like to make some introductions. And this is our staff. I will tell you what, I am so grateful for our staff. We have some amazing people. If anyone is here this evening, please stand and be recognized when I say your name. Bob Michaels and Gloria Michaels, Publisher Emeritus. Publisher Donovan Cronkite. Michael Ames. Catherine Aspen. Linda Bushy. Caitlin Krasinski. Megan Cunningham. Andrea Gilmore. Shelley Jusick. Myself. Rebecca Livermore. And Audrey Spring. Two of our senior writers are also here with us this evening, Nancy Miller and Marta Dodd. We'd like to thank them also for being here. And thank you to our editorial board. If there's anyone, I don't know that I saw anyone. If there are any members in our editorial board, PJ, thank you for being here this evening. I'm grateful to have you. We would also like to welcome all of our elected officials and dignitaries who have joined us this evening. It's good to see you. State Representative Juliana Ginger. Is there anyone else in the room? We would also like to thank the many companies that have done wonderful things for us to help bring this event together. AG Chocolates for the amazing chocolates in front of you. CCC Catering and the Commonwealth Center for the wonderful food and venue. I've Been Framed for our framing. Jackson Reynolds Center for our table items this evening. LTI Printing and our Healthcare Angels committee members. We'd also like to thank them. We have 4 sponsors to thank tonight. They truly help us make this event possible. And those, we have 3 presenting sponsors this year. Great Lakes Caring, Lloyd Ganton Retirement Centers, Orthopedic Rehab Specialists, and we're pleased to present our new supporting sponsor, Lavers Heating and Air Conditioning. Time, we would like to have 2 of our sponsors say a few words. First, Stephanie Riggs from Lloyd Ganton Retirement Centers.
Good evening, everyone. As she said, I'm Stephanie Riggs from Lloyd Ganton Retirement Centers. I am their Director of Marketing and Public Relations, and as a company, we are very pleased to sponsor this wonderful event and recognize all of the wonderful work our Healthcare Angels do in our community. I believe we've been on board since the inception of this event, correct? So we very much believe in the work that all of you do, and thank you very much for it. A lot of people are very confused about retirement living, so I'm just going to give you a little brief synopsis of what Lloyd Ganton Retirement Centers and Arbor Manor Rehab is. So we like to pride ourselves on good loving care close to home. Many retirement places, you have to go to them at their one specific location. We have very many locations with all levels of retirement living throughout the entire county of Jackson. We pride ourselves being there for everyone for 50 years. So this is our 50th anniversary year. We've had a lot of fun celebrating it. So we are in Spring Arbor Township, Summit Township, Leone Township, and Brooklyn Township. One of the first levels that people choose is independent living, and one of the great things about us is we have independent living in Spring Arbor, we have Arbor Meadows, we have Summit Park Estates in Summit Township. They are beautiful, various floor plans, 2 bedrooms. You don't have to mow your lawn anymore, you don't have to shovel your snow anymore. You don't have to take care of any of your maintenance outside with the roofs or anything like that. We do it all for you. One of the great things about this too is there are no endowment fees. Also, we have independent condos, which is year run. Those start at, I believe, age 55. Is that where we're, what? 45, okay. My bad. These are very high end. They have granite countertops, hardwood floors, fireplace, beautiful layouts. Perfect for if you are an empty nester and you're ready to downsize, start enjoying life and doing more of the fun stuff besides maintaining your house. And then we also have government subsidized housing, independent, also 2-story, and Arborview Estates in Spring Arbor Township. After that, we go to semi-assisted living. We're very proud of this model. This is very unusual. We have Arbor Oaks in Spring Arbor Township, and we have Brooklyn Living Center in Brooklyn Township. Yeah, we're missing a little piece, didn't transfer over. But both of them offer private apartments, and they are a little bit of help when you need it. So we're not doing assisted living, we're not doing the medical piece here, but we are doing things like providing some meals, providing 24-hour care. There's somebody in the building at all times. So if somebody pulls a call cord, someone's there for your loved one. We also have assisted living, Legacy Assisted Living in Leone Township, Spring Arbor Assisted Living in Spring Arbor Township, and Summit Park Assisted Living in Summit Township. This is more of a medical model. We have nurses here, 4 levels of care, and beautiful private apartments again. You do not share a room, and we help you in any fashion you need it, from just getting your meals fixed. One of the great things again is these are not endowment. You do not need to give us a huge sum of money. We do not check your assets. You get to move in with your rent and an easy maintenance fee. And next we have Secure Alzheimer's Care. And with Secure Alzheimer's Care, we have the Willows at Spring Arbor Assisted Living, and we have the Legends at Legacy Assisted Living. A lot of people hear the word Alzheimer's and they immediately think their parent needs to go to a locked unit. That is not the case. One of the really neat things about our buildings is if they are not a combative person or extreme behaviors or exit seeking, they can live amongst the general population of the assisted living. But we do have these units available. They're beautiful apartments, once again, with 24-hour care. And last but not least, we have our long-term nursing care. This is the first building Mr. Ganton built in 1968. As you can see, it's very modern. It's gone through several different additions. And we have private rooms. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance. There might be some more with that. And then we also have short-term rehab, which also has private rooms, Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, and Jackson County's only in-house aquatic therapy pool. We also do ultrasound therapy, electrical stimulation therapy, certified lymphedema therapy, and vital stim therapy. And as you'll see by the photo, you can tell in this one as well, there is a treadmill in the bottom of this pool, which is also very unique. Many of the pools do not have that, and that's a very awesome thing to have because we can increase the speed of it. There's water pressure jets that help increase the stamina of a heart attack patient or somebody that has been laying in bed and just needs to rehab and get strong again. We also offer outpatient rehabilitation for all ages. Being over by the university there, we get athletes, so we have sports injuries. We can do heart attacks, strokes, elective surgeries, accidents, and more. So if you don't want to drive all the way into Jackson, go downtown to do outpatient therapy and you live in the outlying area like Spring Arbor, Homer, Hillsdale, we have one of the best therapy companies that there is to offer in our county. And we have this really awesome pool. So thank you very much. I believe that wraps it up. This handsome young man here is Mr. Ganton's grandson. So he's also an athlete at SAU, so he nicely posed for our picture. But we do appreciate you very much. We appreciate being able to care for your loved ones, and if you need us, call Lloyd Ganton Retirement Centers.
Thank you, Stephanie. Now we will have Chrissy Butson from Great Lakes
she was a little bit organized than me. I don't have a PowerPoint. My family just told me I couldn't wing it, so I did type it all out. I'm Chrissy Watson. I am a nurse, and I'm also the executive director at Great Lakes Caring. I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their night to recognize these 13 extraordinary people. I want to congratulate each and every one of you on behalf of myself, Great Lakes Caring, and the Alara Caring Network. I want to share how proud we are to care for the greater Jackson community alongside of you each and every day. I hope that you can see the impact that you have had not only with one patient, but an entire community. The award is not because you make the best hospital corners, which I totally failed miserably in nursing school, and Colleen Chatterton can tell you so. Or because you get that total knee replacement to 110 degrees flexion, or you get your med passes done timely, although I'm sure Lloyd and Judy would appreciate that. It is the care and compassion in which you do all of these things with. As a previous award winner, I know when I was chosen, part of me didn't understand what I did to deserve it. Many of you may think you are just doing your job. What you don't understand is that it's the one little extra thing, the one thing that you're not required to do, the extra minute that you spend makes the difference in the lives of the patients that you touch. It is the example that you set for your peers and your ability to raise the bar for the delivery of care in this community. There are moments in our lives that shape us as caregivers. For me, it was when my father was getting ready for major surgery. Now I'll get through this. Clearly, there became several doubts in his mind the night before his surgery. A physician's assistant sat with my parents for 2 hours and went through every shadow of a doubt, not leaving any stone unturned. My father continued to have his surgery 6 hours later. I am sure that PA had plenty of other things to do and could have been doing a lot more, but never portrayed that to my parents. Thank you for Dr. Maka, Dr. Simenide, for your example to this PA, because it was your PA. That set the example for me to really look at the kind of care that I wanted to provide as a nurse. Also, thank you to you two, Dr. Maka and Simonetta, for giving me my father and my children's grandfather. I will never forget the PA or the example of caring that he showed me. I am proud and blessed to be here today to recognize each of you, and thank you again for the service and the caring that you provide to our community.
Thank you, Chrissy. Well, let's get to it. We are pleased to honor Jackson Magazine's Healthcare Angels for the 11th year. These angels are defined by the passion they hold for their profession, their loyalty to their organization, and most importantly, their commitment to their patients. Our Healthcare Angels were nominated by the community, patients, and coworkers. The nominations were reviewed by a panel consisting of representatives in the healthcare field and the Jackson Magazine staff, although those on the magazine do not have a vote. All of the nominees have wonderful qualities, but one quality that you will see about the winners here tonight is that they go above and beyond, either on the job or through their work, or in the community, or both. Before we meet the winners, I would like to invite all of Healthcare Angels from past winners in past years to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Now we're ready for the awards. Presenting the awards tonight is our operations manager, Shelly Jusek, who joined the magazine at the beginning of the year. Joining her to present the awards are two Lloyd Gann Retirement Center executives, Lloyd and Judy Ganton. Also, Chrissy Butson from Great Lakes Caring and Kevin Barclay from Orthopedic Rehab Specialists. If you would like to go ahead and find your places, everyone. We will also have Representative Julie Alexander will be presenting each winner with a proclamation signed by the governor.
Well, good evening, everyone. I would also like to welcome you to the 11th Annual Healthcare Angels Award. It's great to see how many people come and support those positions and other healthcare workers that are the winners tonight. And we're going to be introducing the winners, the Healthcare Angels, in alphabetical order. And when I call your name, I'm going to ask that you come up and stand by me at the podium, and then you'll be able to say a few words if you choose to after I am done reading. Then we'll ask you to step over and receive your award on the other side of the room. Now, each of these recipients has done some pretty amazing things, but I will only be able to highlight a small portion of that tonight. But we want you to hear all about their wonderful accomplishments and read that full story in the Jackson Magazine this month. And just so you know, we'll have many of those copies for you at the end of the evening in the back of the room as you exit. We'll have lots of extra magazines. After the last recipient receives their award, we'd also like to have the winners come together in a group for a group photo. So I know a lot of you may want to try to get out of here, but we really want to get a group photo over on the dance floor, actually, when we're done with the last recipient. So please don't leave. All right, well, let's begin. I'm going to call the first person, Monique Barrow from Orthopedic Rehab Specialists. Monique Barrow has worked at Orthopedic Rehab Specialists for 25 years. With over 130 employees, Monique manages to continually stand out. Having been awarded Employee of the Month and Employee of the Year, Barrow is proud that what she does makes a difference. After she was injured in high school athletics, she received physical therapy, and her interest in the specialized healthcare field grew. 2 years later, she job shadowed Kevin Barkley, one of the owners, and she later attended University of Maryland at College Park with a major in kinesiology, and Oakland University with a master's in physical therapy. Monique also coaches her children's softball and basketball teams and owns a golf course with her husband. So she keeps very busy outside of the clinic as well. Congratulations, Monique. You don't have to say anything. This is daunting. I'd like to bring up Denise Versowski from Premier Eye Care. After graduating in 1981 from Jackson High School, Denise attended the Medical Assistance Program at Jackson Community College, which sent her on a variety of externships, including the Jackson Eye Center, which is now the Specialty Eye Institute, where she became a certified ophthalmic technician in 1987. Then 18 years ago, she went to work with Dr. James Serino, an optometrist who owns Premier Eye Care of Jackson, and whom she has known for 30 years. Patients are very important to her. In fact, she can look at the schedule each morning and remember things about them before even looking at their charts. And they often ask for her when they come in, so you know how important that is. Denise is married to John, and they have 2 grown children. Congratulations, Denise. Next, we have Jessica Kogan from Arbor Manor. Jessica Kogan began working at Arbor Manor Rehab and Nursing Center in the dish room when she was a high school teenager. She steadily worked her way up the corporate ladder, and today is a registered nurse and nurse manager where she's been employed for almost 12 years. Jessica says she can't remember a time when she wanted to do anything else, although each day brings a new challenge. As a nurse manager, she manages care conferences between residents, family, and staff. She completes new admission chart audits, assists nurses, and is willing to jump on the floor if needed. Kogan's consistently enables her to be considered a healthcare angel. In her daily role, she is consistently knowledgeable, consistently trustworthy, and consistently follows up on all manners. Congratulations, Jessica. I didn't know healthcare workers were so shy. Leanne Hefner from Destiny Dental. Leanne Hefner's career in dental healthcare started nearly by accident more than 25 years ago, when a dentist friend in her hometown of Coldwater asked her to fill in while the office receptionist was on pregnancy leave. And after this, she attended the University of Michigan to become a certified orthodontic assistant and worked in orthodontics for more than 16 years. 2 years ago, she stepped up to manage Destiny Dental's office in the Jackson Crossing Mall. James Lucci, who is president and an owner of the company, feels that Leanne truly understands the importance of dental care and the mission of Destiny Dental, and that she brings that understanding combined with compassion and respect to every patient encounter. She's a very effective manager and a great leader who has helped build a strong team. In addition to her job, she teaches oral care at our local schools, and Leanne and her husband Marv are also foster parents, and so far in 2 years they have had 9 children placed in their home. Congratulations, Leanne. Next is Janae Crum from Henry Ford Allegiance Health. Janae has been a labor and delivery nurse for 4 years at Henry Ford Allegiance Health after working for 2 years in the emergency department. She graduated from Grass Lake High School in 2008 and then went on to earn her associate's degree from Jackson Community College and a bachelor's in science and nursing in an online program with the University of Michigan's Flint campus. Janae has recently finished her master's in nursing in the Family Nurse Practitioner Experience program at Go Green, Michigan State University, and is studying for her state boards. Educating patients is important to Janae, and she also likes to bond with her patients, which earned her many DAISY nominations from patients over the years. Congratulations, Janae. Give this microphone away. Next we have Sue Lewis, the Director of Catholic Charities. Sue graduated from Central Michigan University in 1976 with a bachelor's degree and returned to her home territory in Adrian and Tecumseh. A summer job in a local hospital transformed into a full-time post and eventually led her to being named office manager for the behavioral services area. She worked for Bixby and Herrick Medical Centers for over 27 years. Today, Sue serves as Executive Director of the Catholic Charities of Jackson, Lenawee, and Hillsdale, and she is being recognized because of her extraordinary compassion and drive. Much of her work involves maintaining close ties with community partners, donors, foundations, and state and national organizations to support services regardless of faith and ability to pay. Her accomplishments include a community-based grief and support program under the umbrella of Catholic Charities, and maintaining momentum for creating child advocacy centers in all 3 counties served by the agency based on the model set by Jackson County. As the chair and president of the board of Catholic Charities, Doug Beiswinger, says, if you can picture the worst situation for an adult or child in need, there's Sue Lewis extending a hand and saying, let's help you. Sue is a rare individual. Congratulations, Sue.
This is a sincere thank you to my awesome staff for their support, and also to my board of directors, because I could never do what I do without their help. Thank you.
Next we have Robert Peterson from Arbor Manor. Robert had a lucrative career as a pharmaceutical sales rep for 15 years before trading in his briefcase for a stethoscope at 42. A registered nurse at Arbor Manor Rehabilitation and Nursing Center, he tends to patients who require post-operative rehabilitation, geriatric, and end-of-life care. He also trains and mentors new employees, nurses, and is responsible for admissions and discharges. The opportunity to follow his dream came in 2008 when the company he worked for was sold and he was laid off. He enrolled in the nursing program at Jackson College, graduating with high honors and as an LPN and then an RN. He was honored with a Recognition and Learning President's Award from the college and was inducted into 2 honorary societies and received congressional recognition from U.S. Senator Debbie Stabenow. Besides studying and working, Peterson volunteered from 2008 through 2017 for the Columbia School District, helping our youth improve their reading comprehension and spelling. He also coaches youth soccer and baseball. He volunteers at the Jackson Interfaith Shelter and Children's Right Council. Robert resides in Brooklyn and with his wife and 3 sons and a daughter. Congratulations, Robert. Now we have Dr. Surinder Purohit from Specialty Eye Institute. I got big words to say here. So a vitreoretinal surgeon at Specialty Eye Institute since 2004, Purohit shows extraordinary empathy for his patients, many of whom suffer from severe vision loss from conditions such as retinal detachment, macular degeneration, or diabetic retinopathy. Purohit earned his undergraduate degree from Kalamazoo College and medical degree from the University of Michigan. He then completed 5 years of training, including a chief resident of ophthalmology at the Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine in Cleveland, Ohio. Dr. Purohit also touches the community through education programs that he presents to other physicians and information that he provides for Specialty Eye Institute's community education programs. Purohit has published articles in multiple medical journals and serves as editor of Retina Times, a journal for the American Society of Retinal Specialists. Trent Rourke, the CEO at Specialty Eye Institute, says that Dr. Purohit is committed to and passionate about providing his patients with the highest level of care. In addition, Dr. Purohit informs others of new changes in the treatment of retinal conditions, and he and his wife, Dr. Suja Purohit, a cataract specialist with SCI, have a daughter and 2 sons. Congratulations, Dr. Purohit.
First of all, thank you very much, Jackson Magazine, for this honor. And I have to take this opportunity to say I'm collecting this award, but this award really belongs to our whole team that's gathered here on these 2 tables. Trent, who's our CEO, Kathleen, the management team, Andrea, and the whole staff. And we are who we are at Specialty Eye Institute, provides amazing care because of our staff. So thank you to the staff, thank you everyone. And my kids are here, thank you. And of course I have to thank my beautiful wife, Sujata. She should be getting an award probably just for putting up with me all these years.
Next, we have Dr. Hassan Kitab from Henry Ford and Regents Health. Dr. Kitab attended medical school at the University of Damascus in his native Syria and completed his residency at Mercy Hospital and Medical Center in Chicago. The program director at Mercy, an endocrinologist, inspired Dr. Kitab's choice of specialty as he wanted to go into an area where he could make a difference. Nanette Embury, a nurse practitioner at the Osteoporosis Center, has worked with Dr. Kitab for nearly 20 years and says that Dr. Kitab truly cares for each and every person he sees, no matter what the challenge is, and focuses on them as individuals, not just their diseases. Dr. Kitab sees about 120 patients weekly at the Endocrinology and Osteoporosis Center, addressing endocrine issues such as thyroid or pituitary problems, electrolyte imbalances, adrenal gland difficulties, and osteopenia and osteoporosis. However, approximately 60% of their patients have diabetes, which is Dr. Kitab's specialty. So congratulations, Dr. Kitab.
Thank you very much. Thank thank you because I think I'm lucky. With this recognition, two responsibilities come. Number one, I have to recognize all my team who's been put up with me and working with me for the last 20 years. Thank you very much. This reward is to you as much as for me, and you deserve the recognition. And the second responsibility, I think we need to deliver the same care, if it's not better for the future. This is always when somebody put you to that level, that means they expecting you to keep doing the same level, it's not better. Thank you also for Henry Ford Allegiance. It's really helped me to make this available and visible for my patient, and thank you very much.
You brought all the cheerleaders. Now I'd like to bring up both Dr. Simonetti and Dr. Maka from Henry Ford Allegiance Health. We're going to bring them up together. The reason these two surgeons are being brought up here together is because they co-founded the Henry Ford Allegiance Heart and Vascular Center, which was ranked among the top % in the country for heart care by CareChex, an independent research firm. The American Heart Association also recognizes these surgeons' work with Innovative Excellence Awards. They have served the Jackson community since Henry Ford Allegiance Health first brought open heart surgery services to the Jackson area in 2008, and have since completed more than 1,400 open heart surgeries. Patients across our community are living proof of the dedication that these distinguished surgeons bring to their profession every day. Both Drs. Maka and Simonetti earned bachelor's degrees at the University of Michigan. Dr. Maka graduated from the University of Michigan School of Medicine and completed residencies at the University of Pittsburgh and Stanford University in California. Dr. Simonetti graduated from Wayne State University School of Medicine in Detroit and completed residencies at Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit and the Detroit Medical Center. They both generously donate time and money to special causes. Dr. Maka, who is married to Dr. Deepa Maka, has 3 teenagers, volunteers for the Rotary Club, and supports an orphanage in Sri Lanka. Dr. Simonetti and his wife Cheryl attend and support numerous community functions in Jackson, including charitable groups, Catholic and public schools, health fairs and expos, and fundraisers too many to list. Congratulations, Dr. Simonetti and Dr. Maka.
Thank you. This has been going way too fast. I was expecting people to come up here and give a lot of boring speeches, so I figured I should talk for a little while. Thank you so much. It's a great honor. We're really pleased to have this recognition. As you may know, we've just celebrated our 10th year here in Jackson community, and we want to give a thanks to Georgia and administration who had the dream a long time ago to put open heart surgery right here in Jackson, small town of Jackson community. And you know, for me, it's really like my experience growing up. I grew up in a small town in Michigan where my dad was a general surgeon, practiced there for 40 years, believe it or not. And you know, I always wanted to be a doctor, and you know, going through med school, I thought it would be really cool to do heart transplants and lung transplants, and you know, I really wanted to go to Stanford, and I trained there, and I practiced in Philadelphia for a while, but I had an opportunity to come back here, and Vince and I had the privilege to start this program in a smaller community, and it's really been very gratifying. It's so wonderful to touch so many patients' lives. We've seen some of our patients that are right here, and you heard some of the stories, and it's really very, very gratifying, and we love what we do. We're very privileged to do that, and just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you. I will echo all of Mahendra's comments. Our paths kind of were paralleled and then diverted, but the thing we have in common is we both left Michigan and decided to come back, and I think this is our home. Cheryl and I have really embraced the community, and we appreciate giving back to this community. And one of the fantastic parts of being in healthcare in this community is that some people think it's a detractor, but I actually enjoy it, is that I can't go to a restaurant for a sporting event or to the grocery store without seeing one of my patients, and I apologize in advance. I don't remember faces and names very well, but if you start out by saying, I'm so-and-so, you operated on me, so-and-so, that's a great way to start, because then I'll have a clue as to who you are. But, anyhow, thank you very much for this.
Now we have Dr. Bridget Stoik from Brown's Advanced Care. Bridget Stoik decided to become a pharmacist when she was a senior in high school. She was employed by the Hudson Pharmacy when she was a teenager to dust and stock shelves. And she still works there one day a week, but now as a licensed pharmacist. Since graduating from the University of Michigan's College of Pharmacy in 2004, Dr. Stoik has worked full-time at Brown's Advanced Care Pharmacy, where she dispenses medication, counsels patients on the use of medications, coordinates care between doctors, patients, and insurance companies when barriers to care occur, and helps patients and providers select the most cost-effective treatment options. She's a fierce advocate for our patients and their health, says her supervisor, Pam Rossman. Bridget has also developed a diabetes self-management education program accredited by the American Association of Diabetes Educators and has taught this for 2 years. When she's not helping patients, Bridget and her husband Nick are involved with the sport activities of their 8-year-old twins, Braxton and Connor. Congratulations, Dr. Stoik.
I just want to say thank you for this honor, Jackson Magazine. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I also want to thank the staff at Brown's and Hudson Pharmacy for all the support and everybody, really caring for the patients. And I don't know, this award just reminds me of something Grant told me when I first got licensed years ago. You take care of the patient first, everything else will take care of itself. And that's really what we try to do, and I appreciate all the support that we get from everybody to allow us to do this. So, thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, last but not least, we have Marinelle Williams from Summit Park Assisted Living. Meryl now works as a registered nurse at the 48-room Summit Park Assisted Living facility. Growing up, she did not plan to become a nurse because of a family business. But after earning a bachelor's degree in business from a Philippines university, she owned an internet cafe. Marinelle then met her husband and relocated to the United States in 2007. She started as a resident aide at Summit Park, and a former supervisor there, Williams' husband, and an aunt all encouraged Williams to continue her education. While still working part-time as a resident aide, she completed an associate's degree at Jackson College and became a registered nurse in 2016. At Summit Park, she interacts daily with facility residents, their families, coworkers, and at times other healthcare professionals. She administers medication and treatments, staying on the lookout for any changes in the resident's physical, emotional, and cognitive status. Marinelle and her husband live with and care for a relative, and she keeps an eye on another relative who lives in the Jackson area retirement and assisted living facility. Congratulations, Marinelle.
First of all, good evening, everybody. To be considered for this award is really a great honor. So I would like to thank a few people. First of all, the people who nominated me and supported me and the people who supported my nomination. I would like to thank my family who is with me tonight, and also my family in the Philippines for their support. And also, I would like to thank, of course, my family at Summit Park Assisted Living, Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd Ganton, Mr. Paul and his beautiful wife Carol, and we got the administrator, Miss Maureen, Director of Nursing, Belinda, and Judy, our office manager, and the Canoe sisters, and of course I have another co-worker here, Miss Terry and her husband, my mother-in-law, my husband, and my cousin Pat. They all supported me, so thank you very much. And also I would like to thank the sponsors and the Jackson Magazine, and also to all the nominees and the past winners of this award. I'm so honored to be with you tonight. So thank you very much.
Again, congratulations to all of our healthcare angels. Can we give another big round for all of them? At this time, I'm going to ask Kevin Barkley. I know he's over there giving awards. Kevin Barkley's going to talk as one of our sponsors from Orthopedic Rehab Specialists.
For those of you who have been here for the last few years, I think you realize this has gone a little bit quicker, a little less speeches than we've had in the past, although I like hearing people's stories. So Shelley said I could take my 5-minute presentation and make it a 20-minute presentation. So just sit back, I'm going to tell you about my childhood and then we'll kind of go from there. We have been, Orthopedic Rehab Specialists, has been honored to serve this community for 31 years. Before I forget, let me just say thank you. I have former patients, medical professionals that have supported us, company sponsors, people that have been part of our group and our family for a long time, and we greatly appreciate it. Many years ago, we had a little saying that said, we're going to get you back to living, working, and playing. And we have ownership that has lived and worked and played in Jackson and in the surrounding community for all 31 years, and thanks to one of our younger owners, we'll be doing it for many, many more years. So we just thank you very much. We're proud to be part of this community. Now what we have, as we're trying to get to our staff, we're talking about transforming lives and how, as health professionals, we know we transform lives. We do that through giving hope. I think any one of us that works with patients, you know that hope is extremely important when you're working with someone who's physically, mentally, socially, anything where they're down and they're challenged. And our hope is an acronym. We talk about being helpful at all aspects of our company, from intake to patient treatment beyond. We talk about being optimistic. And again, you know that as we work with people who are hurting, keeping them optimistic is extremely important. But let's talk about being passionate, and I think this has got to be one of the most important things. You can, as certified or licensed professionals, pretty much anybody can provide a treatment. You know, are you passionate about that treatment? Are you showing them that you really, really care about them? And that's what's really, really important. And then the E is the experience. I mean, are you providing an experience that they will remember, that they'll appreciate? You know, I love seeing it. Well, I don't like seeing a patient coming in crying because they're scared about physical therapy. That does happen. But when that patient who's nervous leaves and then starts to cry because they have to stop and they don't want to say goodbye to everybody that they've become friends with and they've connected with, we love that. There's so much. I mean, these guys know that I can carry a conversation without a handle. I can just keep going. But what I want to do is turn this over to a video. I mean, there's so many things that we've enjoyed providing to the community over the years. We provide athletic training to 15 different area high schools. The first ones to bring in the Ultra G, the anti-gravity treadmill, to help people who can't get up on a treadmill get back walking again. We provide sports performance, which I think is a part of the video. We were the first ones to bring an aquatic therapy center with an underwater treadmill to Jackson County. So there's so many things, and rather than keep listening to me, I'm going to turn this over to a video.
Monique has a lot of patients and asks specifically for her, and carries a caseload where she has a lot of repeat patients. She's very one-on-one with her patients and really gets to know them. Monique is a very good addition to the team because she's always asking others if they need help if she has downtime. Not just therapists, but even helping with the aides, kind of helping with the whole clinic, just to keep everything up and running smooth.
I just want to say it has been an honor to be a sponsor of this program all these years, and I was especially, blessed to be able to be part of the selection committee the last couple of years, and it was unbelievable. The people that didn't win were amazing. So I want to say congratulations to Monique, but then to everybody, congratulations, and I'm looking forward to all of the great people we get to meet next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. And thank you for coming and joining us this evening for the 2018 class of Healthcare Angels. The September issue of Jackson Magazine is on the table in the back. Please feel free to pick up a few copies. We've brought 300, so please take a few. As it was stated earlier, if we could just have all of the winners over to the dance floor before too long. Everyone wants to enjoy, but if we could just have everyone over there. Have a wonderful evening.